Hey, in this video we're going to be building our own ChatGPT on our own machine. No heavy infrastructure, no deployment at all, no coding, just using free software. And you'll be able to create agents that have access to GPT models, Claude models, and Grok model, if I'm not mistaken. Everything completely free. So let's start. So this is Visual Studio Code. This is what you're going to be using to build agent. We are going to increase the size so you guys can see. And before obviously doing this, we're going to have to download Visual Studio Code. Just go to your browser and write VS Code. You should see something like this come up. You click on it. This is what you're going to see. You're going to click on download. And once you download it, you're going to install it. And once it's installed, you're going to need a GitHub account. So after you install VS Code, you are going to look for GitHub. You're going to see something like this, github.com. You're going to click on it. And you're going to click on sign up for GitHub. You're going to create your email, your account. Then you can also try GitHub Copilot Pro for 30 days free, but in this video we are going to be using the free version. As I said, let's go ahead to pricing. This is the GitHub pricing page. As you can see, it's free, but it has add-ons, and there's the GitHub Copilot add-on. If you click on it, you can see that it's going to be working in VS Code as your agent. Whatever you do, it's going to write up code, text files, whatever type of files you need. And I'm going to show you how to create a master prompt that's going to help you write marketing documents such as LinkedIn post in this video. And we're going to show you how to automate it as much as possible. So we're going to set it up and then we're going to show you how to automate it. So you are going to obviously install VS Code, and you're going to create your GitHub account, and that's it. Once you've installed VS Code, you're going to open it. I opened a folder. Just click on open and open a folder on your PC. I call it my custom GPT. As you can see, this folder is completely empty. And then you are going to go to extensions, and you're going to look for the Copilot extension, Copilot, and you're going to install the Copilot chat extension. This one is for coding. It basically helps you code faster. The Copilot chat is way more stronger because it has agents that actually do stuff for you and not just reply, how ChatGPT did. You basically have your own agents on your computer running and writing stuff for you without any problem. So have that installed. You click on it, click on install. Once you see this, it means it's installed. You should also see something like this. It might ask you to log in to your GitHub account, most probably, because it has to know if you're using free or not free. And once that's done, we are ready to create a master prompt about our business that your agents are always going to use as reference to write video scripts, sales pages, blog posts, reel scripts, whatever you need, and whatever you need for your business, really, whatever you need. And I'm going to show you a prompt that is going to write LinkedIn posts for you. So first things first, click on agent, make sure agents is chosen, and we're going to choose a model. I have Sonnet 4 chosen, but that's for the GitHub Pro plan. If you're running the 30-day trial, you have access to these. Otherwise, if you're using the free version, you have access to these ones here, and you have access to, I think, 50 requests a month, which might not be too much, eh? So consider upgrading to the $10 subscription, but I feel for this video the free version is more than enough. We are going to be using GPT-5 Mini, and we are going to say, we're going to tell it to write our master prompt in this way. I want to write a master document for my business, and you are going to use it as reference for all my future requests. The file is going to be saved in GitHub Documents. Ask me questions about my business that will help you write the master document that you will always use as reference. So say enter. It's going to start working. And yeah, it's going to ask me a whole bunch of questions. It's organizing the task list. It's also going to ask me a whole bunch of questions, which I'm not going to answer, otherwise this video will take too long. But you will answer those questions as much as possible, with as much information as possible. It will extract all that it needs about your business to be able to effectively create all your marketing content without hallucinating, without any, with precise context about what your business is about. Okay, created a track to-do list. Yeah, before questions, a tiny contract in edge cases so we are aligned. Quick contract, what I'll produce and how I'll use it. Your answers to the questions below, plus any existing docs, assets you share. Exactly. You can add your own documents and assets to this folder, and it's going to use it as context. And it's going to be staying on your PC. You're not going to be uploading it to some server you don't know where it's at, especially if you have private documents. This is the better way to go. Error modes, constraints, likely edge cases I'll handle, basic identity meta. So I'm just going to provide it with some general stuff. Otherwise, you should probably go through each step and answer them as much as possible. I'm just going to say, I am a freelance developer that does YouTube tutorials about AI and web development. Please go ahead and answer all questions for me and choose the best answers so that the master prompt is easily readable by AI agents. Is that too zoomed in? I don't think so. That's good. We'll keep it like this. A little better. So it still hasn't created the file yet. It's going to master document.md. Markdown plus YAML front matter. This is important so that AI agents are able to read correctly. Preparing to run parallel tools, updates, updating user documents, creating master document structure, updating tasks, preparing to run in parallel mode. What does that mean? I need to decide how to correctly batch the tool calls, which is basically manage to-do lists and apply patch. I can use multi-tool use, preparing updates and creating content. I'll update the track to-do list, which is up here, so you can follow where you're at the moment. Track to-do list to mark gathering done, create the first draft of master document. Okay, let's see how it goes. The idea is to not completely automate everything and always read the AI's output. because that's really important. You can always fine-tune it to what's best for you, especially the master document. Always update the master document so that it's up to date with your business. Maybe you changed audience, maybe you changed product, maybe you changed pricing or messaging. So I save the first draft, create it, update the track to-do list. Okay, what's next? Review the draft and tell me what to change. Important items you'd like to want to update. If you want, I can expand specific sessions. This is the most awesome part. You can write detailed SOPs, pricing metrics, and full onboarding templates based on your business. So I'm telling you, this thing is awesome. Produce the video brief, landing page copy, or onboarding checklist from examples included. Add a GitHub Actions check to validate the document format and update the change log automatically. Which one should I do next? If you'd like, I can immediately update the document. Okay, let's take a look at the document. It's not there yet though. It didn't apply it. The document, let me see. It was right here. Document doesn't exist. Yeah, please create it. So yeah, there's a little problem there on his part. Hopefully he'll be able to create it. It's good that we run into problems so we can fix it on the go. So this is reasoning. You can list the file and open it. Why should I do it? Which edit would you like me to make now? Replace? It's not there. See if I refresh. I'm gonna see if I can fix this really quick. Maybe if I the file doesn't exist. I don't know why it's saying it exists. There you go. Did it do it? No. Oh, there it is. Finally. Sorry guys for the hiccup. But yeah, I'm closing this one and there it is. Title, confidentiality, public, owner. Okay, there it is. I'm gonna keep it. And now it says, okay, quick steps. I can replace the owner. No, I don't need to. You guys can do that. I can mark sensitive sections. No, we don't need to do that. So you do need to read this. Mission, tech, practical AI, web development through clear project-based tutorials, blah, blah, blah. Free YouTube tutorials, paid courses. You see, this is all stuff he's supposing. I should have answered that. You're gonna answer correctly and you're gonna update your master document to have all the correct information. Okay, now what I want to do is give it instructions. So this is our master document. It's always going to refer to this. Now I want to create a specific instructions file to write LinkedIn posts. And that's what we're going to do now. We're going to say, great. The file exists now. Now I would like to create an instructions file inside .github.instructions that will write a LinkedIn post based on best practices that will increase engagement with me on LinkedIn. I always tell it to ask me for more info if needed. Let's go. So it's updating the task, it's planning what to do, it's updating the to-do lists, it's creating a LinkedIn structure file. So this thing is pretty detailed compared to ChatGPT. I'm going to add a new to-do to track creating. Okay, it's still working. It added a to-do. It added the LinkedIn post instructions. There it is with best practice guidelines, a prompt templates, process update. Okay, what I need from you: primary audience, post types. Post types to default to. Okay, preferred CTAs. Any hashtags, default repo-based URL, YouTube real-time chat, emoji policy, want AB variations, yes. Should the AI produce suggested image alt? Any legal branding requirements? Example top, if you reply with those answers, I will update the default, generate 3. Okay, we're gonna keep this. If you open GitHub, we have our LinkedIn post instructions here. And how should I use this file? It's pretty cool. Length, 1 or 2 sentences, long, 3 to 5 short paragraphs, yeah. Tone and voice, friendly, concise. See, this is what you update here. And encouraging. See, master document. Hashtags. Hashtags don't really work on LinkedIn. I just use it to evidence to make my headlines pop out because they're in blue. So I would modify this to say use hashtags on titles. Always include a visual when possible. Yeah, I don't want visuals. Engagement booster. Blah blah blah. Prohibited. Do not include secrets, PI, or contract details in posts. Avoid overly promotion, yeah, copy heavy posts without value, etc., 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 blah, blah, blah. These are the instructions for writing a LinkedIn article. Yeah, go ahead and update these if you want. Okay, I definitely do it, but for the sake of this video, I am going to go to the next step, and that is creating the command line prompt that will basically execute these instructions and refer to my master document and write me up a LinkedIn article. So next up is creating the prompt. Great. The instructions are fine for now. Let's create a prompt command in GitHub prompts. This has to be called prompts, called new LinkedIn post dot prompt dot md, and I'll show you why it has this. You can call whatever you want, and this is going to be the command. This has to be followed by prompt.md. Let's create a prompt command in Nicole that will use the above the LinkedIn instructions file to write the post to, well, first ask me questions about the post that it will write for me. And also use the master document as reference about my business. So every time it writes a LinkedIn document, it now has context about your business, and it now has context about how you want to write your LinkedIn post. What you could do is, if you're already writing your own LinkedIn post, you could paste it here in this prompt here. You could give it examples of how you write your posts, a few posts that performed really well. You give it to them 1, 2, 3 examples, and you tell it to extract the main concepts from the post, and then you tell it to write the instruction file for creating the LinkedIn post based on those concepts that it extracted. And you can do this for your own posts, or you can do it for someone else's posts that you follow and that you really like, that are doing really well. You can basically copy their posts into here, extract the concepts so that it uses those concepts for you, and you don't have to do, a bunch of heavy lifting. It does it all for you. So once you have your LinkedIn post instructions, I'm going to go ahead and tell it to build the prompt command inside here, and I'll show you why I want to do this, why we have to do this extra step, because sometimes we want to have prompts that use more than one instruction, and that's why we need to create prompts. The prompts use the instructions, and the instructions use more context if they need. So there is one thing I have to tell it to do. All right. Make sure to always reference these files, include them in the YAML metadata, and avoid duplicating content instructions. Okay. Ask me for more info if needed. So now it's going to write me up a prompt that's going to allow me to simply write new LinkedIn post, and then it's going to just read the instructions here, read my master prompt, ask me a few questions, and it's going to write up the post for me, and it's going to write it up here in our editor, and we can edit it here, and then we can paste it inside LinkedIn. That's why it's so cool, because the problem with ChatGPT is it doesn't have its own editor. So you have to copy that, put it in another editor, change it there, then paste it again somewhere else. This is all in one place. Your files stay here. What's cool is that you can even give it, we'll do that after in a bit. We can even give it instructions to always write the post inside a folder based on date. So you could create the main folder. Maybe you can create a folder called LinkedIn. LinkedIn is as the name of the main folder. Inside you have a date, maybe 2025, 010 as in October, 25 as in the date, and inside that it's going to have an MD file with the actual LinkedIn post. And let's see how it goes. So here it is. It wrote the prompt. Let's take a look at it. New LinkedIn post, blah, 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 references, see that? It's going to reference these two files. It has a description for it. And see, this theoretically does not have all the information that's in here and in here. So once this is done, I'll show you how we're going to run it. Let's see, we'll test it out. Sometimes it doesn't do exactly as you say, then we're going to have to fine tune it a little bit. So It wrote it out and it applied a few changes to it. It updated the description, and it says always use the canonical files listed in the references section. Okay, that's fine with me. Done, I updated, progress update. What's next? I can run the prompt now and generate 3 ready to post LinkedIn drafts for a topic you provide. Save generated drafts under GitHub document templates, LinkedIn drafts. Okay, but let's do this. Before going ahead, please update the prompt or instruction so that the draft is created under LinkedIn year, month, day, name of post, title of post, let's say, title of post dot MD. A tiny script to populate the prompt programmatically, a GH action or a small node script. I don't know what this means. I could probably ask it after this to see what it does. Okay, so I'm going to keep the files it created, and then we are going to proceed. I'm going to ask it to update the prompt and instructions so the draft is created under linked. That dot means root folder, if I'm not wrong, or the position it's in. That's not clear. I'll just find where it does edit and edit it there if it didn't understand me correctly. Updating prompt instructions, modifying save behavior instructions, implementing save structure changes, updating save location instructions. Wow. That's a lot of content. I'm going to have to look through that. Always look through the content that it creates, okay? So it's still working. Yeah, it's minor change. Path. Let's see if it writes it there. Okay, we're gonna keep the files. Always read through stuff. Always click on keep and then modify as you wish. You have to always reread through what it creates. It does take time, but believe me, it takes way less time than writing this stuff out yourself. Okay, add a save location, specified sanitation rules. Don't need that. Added a file block showing the exact path. GitHub.templates, LinkedIn drafts. Okay, it's just saving it. It's just saving it in documents. Okay, so it's basically ready. I'm not gonna do it here in this chat because this chat has context. I want to test it out on a new chat. And you see I created a new chat here. I can always go back to my previous chat to this guy creating a master document for business reference. So this is my master. This is the one I'm going to use to always create the new processes. But when I want to create a new document, do not use this guy because he has too much context on stuff that has nothing to do with creating a LinkedIn post. If you're going to create just a LinkedIn post, you're going to create a new chat as I showed you, and we're going to use our new command by just going / new LinkedIn post. Let's see if this works. So it's working. Why, what outcome? Okay, short to-do list to track the steps. We're generating the LinkedIn post drafts. Mark the first task. Okay, create the to-dos that are up here. So it's going to be asking you, let's see, it says, what's the topic or headline of this post? So I made this video on how to make your own ChatGPT without any, infrastructure, nothing, basically using free software and everything. I want to create a post about this. Create your own ChatGPT using VS Code and Copilot. That's the topic. So this guy is thinking, is querying the other documents, it's updating the to-dos, it added another to-do. So you see, this is way more sophisticated compared to ChatGPT. Before I scaffold anything, I need a few focus choices so I can build those actually. Please answer these short answers. It's asking me what provider. With VS Code and Copilot, I can choose my own. But it's asking me okay, so it didn't understand what we have to do. I'm gonna go back here. It's actually asking me technical implementation. We don't want technical implementation. So we're gonna go back to this guy here and we're gonna tell it, please revise the prompt. We're gonna pass it in here and we're gonna pass in the instructions. The prompt. When I invoked it, okay, let's go back here. I'm gonna copy paste my answer. Where is it? It's here. Sorry, creating a master prompt, which is the current one. I'm gonna go here. What topic or headline for this post? Why did it get confused? It knew what it was talking about. Okay, what we're gonna do is, you know what? Before doing this, we're gonna go back here. The headline for the post is the topic. I don't want it to choose my headline. I want it to provide it for me. It's creating your own. Let's see what it says. So this, what basically it does, it just rethinks it. And if it still doesn't understand what we're doing, I'm gonna have to tell the guy over here, the agent over here, to rewrite the post so it doesn't hallucinate. Generate 3 posts. There it is. It got lost for a second. So what's cool is you can go back to this, you can restore a checkpoint and it forgets everything that happened after that. Who is this primary audience for? The audience is entrepreneurs, let's say social media managers, business owners, anyone that has no coding experience and wants. Nah, let's just keep it simple. Go. I always try to keep my tutorials short, but they always end up being more than 30 minutes, even with AI helping. So it starts planning the next steps. It updates the progress. Audience. Next question. Preferred post type. Yeah, text only. Text only. Hope you understand what's going on. So I think it lost context for a second. It started asking me how I wanted to actually build my own ChatGPT, because maybe this guy's context the GPT-5 mini model has too small context. Anyways, when that happens, you just backtrack. You see restore checkpoint, and you try to, if you can, rewrite the prompt and resend it to him. Next, I collect the clarifying answers. Please reply with short. Tone adjustments, optional. CTA. No CTA. Choose your own hashtags. You should reply to these sincerely. No repo. No visual. Yes, emojis. Emojis. No image. No branding. Go. Evaluating patch, clarifying YAML requirements, organizing, updating the to-do list. Yeah, does a lot of work. Preparing file content for LinkedIn. We're almost there, guys. I don't know if you timed it, but the time we started this was, yeah, it doesn't say what time. Probably a little bit over 5 minutes ago. I'll mark the confirm plugin input task completed and move to generate 3 posts. Okay, so it's over here. Still working, expected outcomes, to-do list updated. Okay, so this has been actually going on for quite a bit. It's hanging. I pause the recording when it's working so we don't waste too much time, but this has been going on for quite a bit. If this happens to you, all you have to do is just stop it and go back to this guy here. As I said, restore the checkpoint and then resend the information to him and it should restart. So let's see if that worked. Preparing content and managing tasks. Let's see what's going on here. Updating, clarifying, finalizing, updating, preparing content, executing tasks, and file creation, preparing content, updating tasks. There we are, we're almost done. Let's close this. Created 6 to-dos. Okay, whatever. Okay, so it says that below are the confirmed inputs I'm using. So it provided a few posts. So this is YAML and it's I guess it's just it created a short post, a long post, and a thread, which is pretty cool. I like this. I want to use this. This is awesome. Yeah, and then it's gonna use this to write. I'll do that now. So please proceed. Proceed. So that said, I usually stop the file from the recording when it's working. Proceeding with file creation. I create the single markdown file so this is going to be your file actually, containing the front matter and all 3 variations so you can drop it into the repo. Expected outcomes, file written. After that, I'll update the to-do list and mark the generation and save step completed. Okay, create the file, update the process. What's next? I can finish the quality checks and mark them pass fail or make any edits. Tone length, tell me which, and I'll proceed. So Let's look at the files. It looks like open here, creating your own. Where did it create? Awesome. It created in the folder LinkedIn. That's awesome. It's right here. You could even make this even more nested with a folder called posts, but I think this is fine. Short. This is the short post. This is a long post. Yeah, here it is. Want a ChatGPT for your business but don't code? You can build one inside VS Code using GitHub Copilot. Here's the 4-step outline. Gather content, create prompt templates, iterate and integrate. Yeah, we know it's not that simple, but obviously the CTA here would be to ask for the full tutorial video. And basically, so this is for LinkedIn, but I could do the same thing for writing a whole blog posts that I can post on my website, that I can post on Substack, that basically pays you to write stuff. You can post on Facebook. You can create reels from this. I have a video showing how I basically took the transcript from a video, and I have a whole bunch of processes here. I created its own prompt where I say new posts from transcript, right? I created this prompt. It basically takes the transcript of a video tutorial I made, and it creates a whole, I think around 44 pieces of content, LinkedIn post, Facebook post, Substack post, website post, 10 reels from that on different socials, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. So it creates around 33 scripts. The script is the same, but it created the captions that has to be different for each social media channel. So that's pretty good. I'm a developer, and this is my social content generation machine. I basically use what I knew on development and how I was using my GitHub subscription with my VS Code to just write, not code, but simple text. And this is what I think everybody needs, because this is directly editable in your editor, so you can just read it and edit it before posting it, which I like. I like staying in the loop. I don't like fully automated processes. As you can see, it always has to be fine-tuned. Maybe once you see that everything is fine-tuned to your liking, you can automate it. For example, what you would do is apply the changes to this text, and then tell AI to look at the changes that you applied and update the instructions so that it's more similar to what you created. All right. So if you like this content, subscribe, hit the like button. By subscribing, you will stay updated to when I provide more stuff. I am working with AI. I am building an AI SaaS, and I am writing code for AI all the time. So if you want to stay updated with these things, follow me, hit the like button, subscribe. I appreciate it, and see you next time.